All right, we are live, and you guys have missed most of the good stuff because they share it before the show. But no, I'm teasing. Welcome everybody, and come in and have a seat because we have a great panel and a great show. And welcome Huawei and the other mods. And I see the links have already been posted. And just a blanket hello to everybody because I talk too much as it is. And welcome panel. There's Ed and Susie and Whip. So far, don't know if anybody else is coming or not.
Is that sketchy lady coming?
I don't know. She wasn't in Reptiles Friday, so I don't know. I hope she's okay. A bionic Bigfoot jumped out at me there. No pun intended. Coro, don't forget to hit the like. Thank you, Coro.
Nice.
We need to have Coro. Hey, Floyd, what kept you? He's really enjoying being free roaming. I think he wears himself out and just goes wherever, and he pops in and out of live streams and stuff. With Garcia, we had on Friday night on Reptiles, and a lot of his people came that are not usually in here, and they were really fascinated with Floyd because he was behaved and he sat there and went to sleep. So
that was lucky.
It was, yeah, he was totally off type. Guys, I'm sorry about this mess behind me. I'm trying to have a fan on because it's hot in here. And I like things centered like everybody else has, but they're not centered, so we just have to deal, you know. Floyd, if you sit on the other side, you'll have those filters, those hang-on back filters for me, because they need to be hidden. Fathom Aquatics, Alex. So what's everybody been up to? Whip, I think you've been up to your land again, because I got a tease to come by there or something for Ed and I to stop in.
Yep. Nice. We knocked a bunch of trees down. And by we, I mean I paid somebody to do it.
I got it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I think I said something in the comments about it's a ridge here in Tennessee. Things are ridges or hollers or mountains.
Yeah,
so it's a nice
definitely ridge. A ridge.
Definitely a beautiful ridge. Beautiful. Yep. Nice views all around too.
Yep, it's really nice.
Overlooks beauty. It's beautiful how it overlooks the world.
We could camp out there, right, if we wanted to?
Yep, anytime you want to go out there. Ed knows where it is.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, cool. So I can come down on my bike?
You
bring
sure
my little
can.
Pop-up tent?
I only charge $5 a night.
On those lands of Tennessee.
There's no electricity and no running water, though, so, keep that in mind.
I'll bring my own coffee.
I'll bring a 5-gallon bucket of water.
Yep. I have a 2.5-gallon collapsible thing for.
I'll bring a urinal and a bedpan. How about that?
Wow.
You're funny.
Be prepared when you're old. Right, Ed?
Not me. I don't use a urinal. I just pee on Whip's tree.
Yeah, right? Wow. Yeah.
It sounds so much worse.
For the guys, it's easy to do one, but everybody is going to struggle with the other.
I'll just keep that little story to myself. When we were little boys, we used to do that on the farm, and then my little niece, well, I guess I'm telling it, my little niece started doing the same thing we were doing and did it in front of my aunt one time, and she made us stop peeing the boys. We were little boys, and she just did what we did, and she was very effective at it. We had to stop it because Lillian was peeing on the trees too.
I had 3 brothers. I could write my name in the snow.
Oh, wow.
It's a talent.
Susie's
that's impressive.
Another talent we didn't know Susie has.
That needs to be on the business card.
Right. We'll put that one on the back.
Funny.
Susie, why are you such a nudge?
Susie was showing us a new card. Maybe when she gets that old cat out of her hands, she'll show it again. That old cat.
Yeah, what are you working on, Susie?
Me?
Yeah.
I have been working on trying to keep up with all those aquariums over there. Those, you can't see them, but those aquariums with heaters. the water is evaporating faster than I can top it off. And I got to figure out what I could do. Maybe make better lids that are tighter fitting, because the water is just, and our water is not good. So me topping off, I always get scared I'm killing fish.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to have it evaporate less often. And I
Wait a
don't know
minute.
if it's just the
You
heat.
have 43 tanks? You have 43 tanks and
do.
your water's not good?
Exactly. That makes it really hard. It used to be really good. And then something happened 2.5 years ago and it changed. I mean, everybody got notifications in their mail and like to boil their water. It's still potable, but boil it. I'm like, and then I had some doing water changes. I had tanks dying if it was a 40 or 50% water change. So I stopped doing big water changes. Like on my goldfish tank, I would do almost 100% water change because they're goldfish.
Right.
Turtles, I had to stop all that. How many tanks did I lose? Even a pond
Did you say
outside.
100% water changes?
My turtles and my goldfish, many times, yes. When I have
So
good
you just
water,
leave-
yeah.
How fast do you get the water in there when you take all the water out?
Oh, so easy. It's so easy. I got a python.
Oh yeah.
I got a python. You put, at the camper, they have those carbon things that you put on the camper before you put the city water in. It's just a carbon filter. You put that on your sink, and then your water is good to go. Your water is good to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And while you're siphoning it out with the python, the other end is pushing it in. So
That's how I do it too.
it cleans the yeah, you do it that way. Yeah.
Yep.
That's very good. Now, the top off, some tanks I never have to top off. I'm like, but other tanks, and I can't figure out if it's because of the heater. That's my best theory. Or is it that they have the plastic lids and they're not like sealed as tight as the glass lids?
Do you have a dehumidifier in there?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a dehumidifier in my house.
Okay.
No. I probably should, huh? No.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I don't know. It seems like they suck out all the water right out of your fish tanks.
Yeah,
Right.
it is. It's really bad. And I can hear it upstairs. You have one of those filters that has the wheel, not the wheel, the ones with the big tank. As soon as the water goes down, you can hear it gurgling.
Oh,
I can hear that all the way upstairs.
Titles?
the
Yes,
tidal.
the titles.
The
I can hear it upstairs.
The
Like, oh my
skimmer.
gosh, my Mbuna tank, it goes down a half inch and it's gurgling. I'm like, so it's a constant. So that's what I'm trying to figure out without using. I don't want to buy the double walled poly panel to make new lids if that's what's causing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I would rather go to my local hardware store and talk about having them cut me glass to fit, if that's even possible.
Yeah, that's what I do with my tank right behind me here. I cut the glass.
Ah,
I didn't buy lids. I just bought 2 sheets of glass and and then I had them drill a hole rather than, because there's no way to open them.
so just a little hole to feed them.
To feed them and to stick your finger down in, and so you can pull them off if you need to do a big,
Okay. Oh, okay.
clean the glass, whatever.
Maybe if I did that with the plastic, the twin wall is easier for me to handle. So maybe if I try that whole thing,
I've heard a theory just today that if you have, see which tanks are doing it, and if they all have air stones in them or not. If the ones
they all do. I got linear piston air pump. They all got,
all of them.
just about every one of them has.
Okay, so that's not it.
They have the sponge filters, air stones, extra sponge filters. There's bubbling air going through almost all of them because it's the easiest thing to put in.
Yeah, I heard that if you put an aerator in there, it evaporates quicker, but
Oh, well,
Yeah.
maybe that's why it's evaporating quicker then.
It definitely will.
all your tanks are doing it, then it doesn't.
No, actually, this 75 back here does not have a sponge filter. It just has a hang on the back, and that very rarely ever goes down. You might be
You'll be
onto
right
something there, Whip.
Not me. I just heard that today somewhere.
My Triton, the Trimac tank right here, has a canister filter and very rarely needs to be topped off. Interesting.
Grasshopper's doing fine, Kenny.
Huh.
Susie, I thought you were going to show us some of your wares. That's why I blew you up.
Oh, no, I didn't want to. It's not, but I will show you my coaster.
See? Awesome.
Wow.
So that's got the platies, it's got the tiger barbs, it's got a cichlid, it's a coaster, and I made a set of them. So it's a whole set of them, and this one is a clear back. I don't know if you can see it, but that's got my amphilopas in it. And then I got a whole bunch of earring cards I'm making to show off my earrings. It really has 2 holes in it for another earring. But it's a way I'm going to try to market if I can make it to craft fairs and stuff like that. But I know I'm working on that stuff too. And I just got my first order in for resin. Somebody ordered a full set of coasters, trays, and something else. Oh, one of the art palettes that I make. So I'm pretty darn excited about that. Like, I just posted it, just put it on my Etsy account, and I got a sale.
Nice.
Like, yeah, I'm super stoked. But I do want to do a craft fair, but I'm afraid like a lot of my stuff is fish based because that's like my passion. So I have a lot of fishy stuff, and people like, cute flower and lace things, and I got fish and motorcycle stuff. So I started to make some, sparkly stuff and flowery stuff too. So,
Does anybody else do that you're aware of? I've never seen it before.
No, there are a lot of people on Etsy. I don't have anybody in my life nearby that does it. A lot of people do the they got a tumbler and they put the resin on the tumbler and they make tumblers. I don't do that. But they do that with the resin.
There's a guy at our hospital at Erlanger that does that.
Oh yeah, the tumblers.
He sells them on Fridays.
Oh, and I also, you don't have to blow me up, Bob. I also did a pond. Let's see. I just made a pond out of resin.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't that? I tried to make the painting go down deep so it looks like it has a lot of depth to it. And those are teeny tiny koi, and they get bigger to make it look like but it's really just a shallow tray. And
That's
then
awesome.
and then I'm gonna put a waterfall in it. I'm trying to figure out how to make resin splash because I want a waterfall in my pond. I am entering that into a miniature show in November.
Very nice.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah.
What you
But,
need is
most of my
the
stuff
resin.
is fish related.
You need the resin that is UV activated.
For the waterfall?
Well, for a splash, because you got to pull it up and then hit it, so it's got the you pull it up and then UV
it
it
dries
before it
as you're pulling
settle.
it up. Ah, look at you!
Yep.
I'll probably make a sample test and try it a couple times.
Is Red Laser still there?
He
I
was.
saw Red Laser was here. I've almost got his action figure done.
Oh wow!
He's part of the Canadian Elite Sniper Unit.
Oh looky!
So that's Red Laser. I still have to make a scope that's white for him to look through. And then here is Sandy Doherty.
Oh my gosh, I love it!
And I'm going to sew these so it comes in a little bit so you can see more of their outfit. I need to kind of hem it in.
You mean
But
that is
kind of like
Sandy?
Yes, this is Sandy. And her code name is Bus Stop.
That's appropriate.
I love it.
And then I haven't painted her. She's got a big sniper rifle. but I haven't painted it white yet
Why is everything painted white? Is that a theme?
because, well, they're Arctic snipers
Ah.
since they're from Canada. So they're like the snow. They're like prepared for snow.
So we got snipers in the chat, huh?
Yeah, Red Laser. He was what made me come up with the whole idea of making a Canadian sniper team, because sometimes the Canadians, like, they call them snipers on loan, but like they send sniper teams from
Yeah.
Canada to join the Americans over in Afghanistan and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought it'd be cool to have a sniper team that's Canadian, GI Joes. And then I'm gonna, when you take their jacket, oh gosh, I have to sneeze.
God bless you.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I want to paint little red maple leaves on their shoulders,
Oh,
and that'll match their goggles that they're wearing.
that is so cool.
'Cause they
Ed,
got
you
the
have
red
you have
goggles on.
awesome creative ideas, but you also can back them up with your skills or talents. So,
Yep.
awesome.
Well, I just like GI Joes. These
Awesome.
are 1x12 size.
I was showing the
So-
mice a minute ago because Kenny, that I got Grasshopper, the little frog from, I can never remember what kind of little tree frog. He asked how Grasshopper was doing, and fine as far as I know. But Grasshopper and none of the reptiles are in here. I got a couple in the living room back there, but they're in a reptile room now, Kenny. So he's in that same 10-gallon tank, but up on top. And I usually can't host from in the reptile room. I can be in a stream, but if you remind me, I'll go in there toward the end in case I lose signal, and we'll take a look at him. But he's doing fine. He's like 2 years old now or something. That little frog. Ed's the nicest guy. It's like a loan from Canada to Tennessee Fish Mafia, right?
Appreciate it.
Exactly.
I used to love, well, not that I don't love Canada, but when I was younger, I used to go to Canada quite a bit more when I used to play hockey back in the days. I haven't been to Canada in probably 10 years.
Xanadude.
Xanadude.
He said doo doo.
Lumpy dog.
And there's Larry. I don't know if Peplin's here, Shady. I ordered special boxes to send those Pleco Caves I made. And they don't get here till next Friday, or this coming Friday. But they're like heavy duty rectangle boxes. They're for putting baseball cards in, so they're like that real
Oh.
thick cardboard. But it's only 48 cents a box.
Oh,
So I
wow.
bought 50 of them so I'll have plenty of them to mail.
Oh my God.
But yeah. Now I've got to find a box for my legs and my Pleco Caves. Or not my Pleco Caves, for my Axolotl Caves. I'll be making probably about 10 or 20 of those this week. Have you ever seen those?
Those are pretty big.
Anybody-
That's gonna require a lot of clay, isn't it?
It requires 2 pounds of clay.
Wow.
But
For each
Foxy
thing,
fish.
right?
Yeah, they're heavy. They're big and delicate. I sent 4 of them to Foxy, and she sent one away for the Christmas or something. Christmas in July, I think. But then she kept 3 of them, and it's so cool in her axolotl cave because her axolotls like to live in them.
Aw. And I like that they're big, so they're not going to get stuck in them.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a great big hole.
Tommy
So-
boy.
I still haven't figured out what my price point is on those yet. Oh, there's Peplin Creek.
There's Pep right there. Hey, Pep.
Yeah, Peplin, I just ordered boxes. They come in on Friday, next Friday, and I'll ship your Pleco Cave then.
Nice.
The caves came out really neat. Oh, let me grab Larry D. I haven't even taken a picture of those yet.
I love it when Ed
He's going
spontaneous.
to go grab Larry D. How's he going to do
That's
that?
what it sounded like he said. You better hope his husband isn't watching.
He's going to have to move fast.
Hey, Melvin.
So what have you been up to, Whip?
Oh, about 260. Nothing. We haven't been doing much. Like I said, we went down to Tennessee this past weekend. Was it this past weekend? Not this weekend, but last weekend. And then I got called back right away for work. So I didn't get to do any of the stuff we were going to, plan on doing. But my wife got to stay because our friends went down there. Oh, those are the caves.
Yeah, this was Peplin's. He wanted a squeezed off back for his
For his
cave.
axolotl?
No, this is for his Pleco.
Okay.
And so he went with green and white. And then this one is Larry D's, and my room isn't very bright. But he went with I think black, gray, and red and
I
white.
like that.
I
And that's
don't
just
like how it
FEMA.
kinda
You
got a
don't
little
finish it off with
thin.
anything.
Nope.
Beautiful.
I really thought it would squish down more because normally they flatten out, but
Yeah.
this one kind of went sideways on the side.
Yeah,
Got a little lean to.
Yeah, instead of going this way, it kind of went. But at least
That's
Larry,
beautiful.
it's a one of a kind. And then Shady Grady got one, and I think he's the blue and teal.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. I like those colors.
And they went with the flag. And then who is my brown and black?
Me. That's mine.
Maybe it was brown and green.
That's mine. I want
I
to say
remember because whoever it was we were talking, I said that's what we did. You and I did with my PVC pipe, is we went black, brown, and gray.
Yeah.
But I don't remember who it was.
Well,
I'll check, but it came out real neat.
They did.
I'm really pleased with it.
It's really fun because, like, I've done it the last couple of weeks. I've said, okay, I have the people spin the wheel, and then whoever wins, they tell me what type of cave they want and what colors they want, and then I custom make it right there on the show.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's kind of fun. These are the types that I can make. This is what most people are picking, is the flat back. And then I do have the square with the pinched back.
Oh. And how much weight does one of those take to make? Like a whole packet?
One. The white ones, it's easier for me to, I think the brown took me 1 pound, but they're all small because I made them for my little bitty guys. So I made all 4 of these with 1 pound.
Okay.
But that brown is so expensive. That ended up costing about $32 to make 4 of those.
Ed Foxy said that her axolotls love the cave so much they've spawned twice this season, and now Susie's a great grandma.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to start mass producing them, because that's my goal for this week, is to start mass producing them. And I've got an order for 4 already.
Wow.
To LRB. He ordered 4. And I'll probably make like another 10 or so and see if, but I still haven't figured out what to charge for the things.
Well, how long does it take to make? And you got to charge for the materials that you get. If you can make one in a show, that's awesome.
Well, axolotl heads take a little longer because they're so big. It's a lot of kneading because it's 2 pounds. You got to pack down.
It is very hard
out
on the fingers.
It is. It really makes your fingers ache.
You know what helps? A spaghetti maker. You know those? You put the Fimo through, especially the different colors, and roll it out, and then fold it in half, and it'll make those swirls for you. And you can usually pick one up pretty cheap. Yeah. That I have one that's just for Fimo. It doesn't go in my kitchen ever. It's just for Fimo.
Oh, I thought you were saying females, like and I'm like, well, do they sell a boy one?
No, just for the
you got to be real delicate when you use it. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's what I should look into.
Yeah, it really helps on the fingers. It not only softens it, it also gets the colors to give you that swirl effect real quickly.
Well, and I do it with white, but all the colored clays, let's see, where's a colored clay? I've got some right here somewhere. I was just looking at it earlier today.
Ed, I get that you make them. I get that you make them out of the clay and then do the painting and all that. But would there ever be a chance that you would paint one that's already made? I have some caves that I'm not going to be using anymore.
Oh, these aren't painted. These are mixed clay.
Okay.
I mix color clay with it. See, the problem with these is you can't use a lot of paints on them. The only paint you can use on them is dry lock. But I know, I'm sure there's other types, but it's the only one I know of.
So you couldn't use any Pleco Caves then that I don't need anymore?
Well, if they were like Pleco Caves that were made in a kiln, we could use Krylon Fusion on them.
They came from that place that's the name is Pleco Caves or whatever, that brand.
Is this Krylon Fusion?
Yeah.
You can use that in your fish tank fine. And I can hydro dip it. Oh, about 10 minutes.
That's it? Oh, that's nice.
She's here. She followed
Yeah,
you over.
but this is hydro dipped, this pot. My dad asked me to hydro dip this pot for him.
Okay. Oh,
so
yeah.
I hydro dip all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
But he just wanted a pretty pattern of some sort that was cool. I mean, the plant doesn't look so hot there because it's all dead, but the pot itself looked good.
Nice. Oh, look who made it. Dick Signs made it. She's brand new to the fish keep.
Yeah.
She's setting up a tank. First time in 25 years. And she's going to have little baby angelfish. I'm glad you found us here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She's pretty excited.
Does she has the fry hatched? Are the eggs hatched yet?
She's getting dime-sized angels, 10 of them. So she set up a tank a couple of weeks ago, and she's getting a whole bunch of plants in. She made it a deep bed. She's excited. Awesome. Now she's joining the Fish Fam, man. She found Fish Fam link, and she's able to find a whole bunch of people.
We have to get you a Fish Fam name.
How many babies does she have?
She's getting 10 dime-sized angelfish.
She'll probably end up with at least one pair.
I hope so, yeah.
So,
sure.
Once they get bigger, look for it, see if they pair up.
Oh, no, Monica, I'll send you a couple. You send me stuff all the time, so no, I'll send you a couple.
They normally guarantee.
Susie, do you remember the name of the place that sold the Pleco Caves? Just as you walk in the door at the Clash. Been there 2 years in a row.
Oh, yeah, they have been.
Right on the right-hand side? No, I didn't see him.
I thought it was called like Pleco Caves.
Yeah, that's probably who it is. That's where I got mine. I ordered them online from.
And that's all they do is make Pleco Caves. Yeah.
Yeah, these are nice.
I have a T-shirt from them in the other room if you want me to go try to find it.
I would use that as your price point competitor, too, to see what they sell theirs for.
Well, I wasn't going to sell Pleco Caves because really, I can't compete with somebody with a kelm.
Oh, there it is, right there. Scotty is here. Pleco Cave Hotels.
Yeah, a kelm. You can buy like a 20-pound block of clay for anywhere from $6 to $12.
Fimo's very expensive.
Okay,
yeah, I'm paying $6 to $7 a pound just for white.
Scotty
colored
says
is almost
somebody else
20.
took them over. Okay.
Nico's crying at the door. I gotta get him.
Nico. That Nico's been burning the silver screen up, I'll tell you. He's in so many
Oh,
Ed's reels lately. He's got quite the following.
Sabari Aquatics took him over. Cool.
Shady, that's a jaguar. Or I don't know the scientific name. I'm not good with the scientific names, but it's a jaguar.
Here's Nico. He's happy now.
Ah.
Nico's getting quite the fan base.
Yep. He's the star on my show.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. Monica's making steak and jasmine rice.
That does sound good.
That sounds really good.
I had a KFC sandwich, but it was good.
You tried one of the KFC pizzas?
I haven't
What?
tried.
What?
Yeah.
Never heard of
It's
such a thing.
Instead of dough, they use a flat piece of chicken breast that's delicious. And it basically tastes like a chicken parm because then they put mozzarella on top and pizza sauce and
What?
pepperonis.
They make it out of a chicken breast, the crust?
Yep.
That's genius. That I would try.
Blackened
It's
chicken
pretty
or
good.
something.
It tastes like a chicken parm.
That I would try.
Well, if it tastes like chicken parm, I'll definitely try it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go get one after this now. Thanks.
I didn't see that advertised.
You
didn't
put it in
offer
your
that.
brain.
I did get the food. Okay.
I wonder if we do that up here. That might be something I need to try.
I did get the food and an API master kit and a quick start stress coat. Oh, good. Chewy's having a
Silver
sale.
Creek?
Chewy always has some good sales. I do believe Chewy is actually PetSmart, right? Online
Yes.
PetSmart. Yeah.
I don't know if they're the one in the same company, but one owns the other.
Yeah. Whip's right.
That's cool.
PetSmart owns them.
So I know as when I was doing keto for a couple of years, if you took ground chicken and mixed it with Parmesan cheese and mix it all up and lay it really flat and bake it and you bring it out, it's almost like a pizza dough. And then you build your pizza on top of it. So if you're trying to do like carb free, you can make it with ground chicken and Parmesan cheese and mix it all up, bake it first, and it comes out like a thin dough, and then you just throw your stuff on top.
Here. Come on. Come on.
My battery was down to 5% just now. I didn't realize I wasn't plugged in.
Oh, look at that. Is that a look at the puppies. Oh,
That's Worm's sister. That's Terry.
Now, what would happen if Terry would just like grab the bird? Grab Floyd.
They're afraid of him because he's pinched all of their ears at least once. So she's keeping an eye on him. So that's why she's on this side. He's pretty jealous of the dogs. He's not afraid of them, but she just had Monday, so it's been almost a week. She had 7 teeth removed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was away for a year, but she came back to the Ark. Well, to me, I never got her in the Ark, but all of her bottom teeth there and one on top.
Is she old or is she just bad health?
No, they're the same age. It's just they have really little gums, and she had that overbite, and so all of the little corn teeth on the bottom. Worms are fine because I took her in when I got her back and did Worms annuals and got her stuff caught up, and yeah, it was only a little under 400. They were saying maybe as much as 8. So kids are expensive. Oh, Susie.
I love my kitty.
But yeah, so she's still milking it for being a little patient, and I am a kind of a compassionate nurse, not so much as I used to be, but she's been getting medicines and yeah, she's still recovering.
I don't have one of them anymore. I have one of these. That's what I have.
I know it.
Buddy.
Well, honestly, one of the reasons that I wanted to cut my tank size or number down from 80 something to 20 something the reptiles, but also because I wanted to have more dogs again. I was up to 7 at one point and then got down to 2. So now I'm back up to 5, and that's a good number. Yeah.
Do you see what Shady Grady said? He's got a blue-fronted Amazon parrot named Bubbles. 10 years old.
Blue-fronted.
Sophie's 9 years old. How old is Floyd?
Floyd turned 42 in August.
I was going to say 10 is pretty young, right?
The what?
10 is pretty young, yes?
Yes. Oh, yes. And a blue-fronted Amazon, they're very smart. They're usually good talkers, especially if they're males. Look at Floyd.
He just came on here to sleep. Floyd.
Hi, Floyd.
He's trying to act like he's participating. Come on. Come on.
Oh, what a sweetie.
He is a sweetie. I'm going to get him.
Floyd's also a blue fronted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Floyd, wake up. It's his head. Look at that.
Oh, what a cutie.
Someday maybe I'll get a macaw.
Yeah.
Those are some big birds, you know it?
You need a hyacinth macaw. They're the biggest.
They're the biggest.
They're the
I
biggest.
want to get one of those the black ones, but I know they're like 10 grand or 20 grand or something.
Those
silly
are
like that.
beautiful. I wish
They
a
are
black
gorgeous.
macaw? I've seen
Yeah.
the black cockatoo. I've never seen a black macaw.
I wish somebody would surrender one to the ark.
Good luck on that one.
But that's where I got Floyd, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lady passed away, and the people she left him to were afraid of him. They couldn't get him to come to them and stuff. So I went over there and showed him some parrot porn, and he was ready to come home.
Aw.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think that Floyd knew that its owner died?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh, they know. They
Yeah,
know.
for sure. He's supposed to be one of the smarter parrots, you know, that they know what they're saying and stuff. Sometimes I think not, but he does. He picks up everything. He knows damn it and no and and a lot of things I say. He picked them right up.
How old is Floyd?
42.
Wow, he was alive for a long time. Was he with that lady all that time?
20 years or so, according to her brother, and then they had him the rest of the time. 21 years. Somebody else is sleepy too. Look at that.
Wow.
Well, it really seems like Floyd is very happy with you.
He seems to be happy, and he has the run of the house. No one messes with him. 5 cats and 5 dogs. Nobody bothers him.
He
I wish
doesn't
I
pull
could say
his
the same about
feathers out.
Sophie with our 2 Labradors, man. They all try, and Spacey tries to get in her cage all the time.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, you cannot get in her cage.
Well, she had 2 cats with her that she outlived, of course, the man told me. And so maybe she just knows the body language. I don't know. But no
I
one
think
messes
Triton
with
got hurt. He's
Oh,
missing a couple scales on his side. I think he ran into something in his cage.
You can't see, but same with
It's like they
Manny.
just.
Manny over here, he's got a big old ding in his forehead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Come here, dude. Come here.
That big fish I'm giving Bob, it completely recovered from getting beat up.
That's good. I don't want any raggedy fish, Ed.
Yep.
Chicken.
Yeah, we got to swap the
There
racks
he goes.
and the Pleco Caves and the fish. Seemed like there was something else. I don't know.
So I'm going to give you Shady Grady's tank or Pleco Cave, and you're going to mail it to him.
What?
Shady's who won the one of those caves.
Gotcha.
Shady Grady said blue hyacinth macaw. Yeah, that's the best macaw in the world to get. The biggest and the sweetest disposition.
And
What
the
about
most
How much are those
expensive.
guys?
What about the red ones? I always thought they were the prettiest.
They are very pretty, but they're not as big as the blue hyacinth.
What about a guinea hen? You could get a guinea hen.
Probably for $1.
See?
Yeah, they actually have them at those exotic pet things.
They make good watchdogs.
Yeah.
They'll like all go down to see who just drove into your driveway and make a lot of noise.
That's funny.
Floyd's a sweetheart. Kinda. He kinda is. What's our time doing? I think we got about 10 minutes maybe before
Yeah,
Kenny.
13. You got 13 minutes.
Okay. I want to go over. Don't want to go over. What about any mice? Does anybody need any pet mice?
Oh no. Nope.
I used to do that. I used to have about everything you've ever sold at a pet store. Ferrets and rats and gerbils and hamsters and mice and you name it, I've had it.
Well, I
Did you have
got
a
the
hairless
idea that-
rat?
What's that?
Did you have a hairless rat?
Never hairless. Now, they were not a thing back then. And if they were, I'd never heard of it.
I think my two are a couple now, besides brother and sister. Like most of East Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, they're a couple now. They're brother and sister. I know that. Ed picked them out.
They look like gremlins.
Yep, they do. They're cuter now that they're a little bigger. Well, they're about twice as big as they were, but you can tell they're not full grown.
I'll
They
just
seem to be having
agree.
dates and such in there.
I don't want to touch them.
I got the idea since the
Exactly, Shady.
mice kind of group, they just like body surf on top of when they have babies, and everybody that can get a nipple, a teat does. And they do that in groups. And I noticed they don't care who they're feeding. So all the pregnant moms I pulled at that time, I've got a bunch more ready to deliver now, but pulled them and put them in a separate 2-story thing by themselves. And it's a whole sea of adolescent mice now. They're all eating solid stuff, but I'm going to have to get another, because so many survive now, I have to get another container or sell some of those. So I think I'm about maxed out on mice, more than I can ever feed.
You guys read what Scotty the Fish Freak just said? I love him. Oh my
Yeah, I was just reading it.
He's my favorite part is the last line. That is so awesome.
A wife?
Yeah, the wife will come after the cat or dog. Yeah, I've seen those hairless cats. They look pretty cool.
They are.
They're not supposed to be very good lap cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and don't they have skin issues too?
I don't know about that, but for affectionate cats, they lump up with the 3 most unaffectionate cats are the Finks ones, or those hairless ones, the Himalayans, and the Siamese. And my mom and dad have one of those Himalayans, and it doesn't sit on them hardly ever. It just jumps up.
Yeah,
for
we
like
had a Siamese
2
cat that
minutes.
was not a lap cat at all. She was a sweetheart,
like-
but not sitting on your lap and cuddling.
Yeah.
She was more like
Yeah,
an
and-
attack cat.
Bobo's a nice cat. He's just a big dumb one that always looks grumpy.
My Maine Coons were sweeties.
Go ahead and get a wife that has a cat.
That's what Spaghetti said.
Yeah.
You never know. The cat will come with the wife.
And then shave the cat. And there's like, I think 300 different types of cat danders that you're allergic to. So maybe he might be allergic to one, but not another. So just go out and start sniffing a lot of cats and see what ones you aren't affected by.
Or put it another way. No, don't put it another way.
If you stop breathing, you know that's not the one you want.
Come here. Come here.
I know where you're going with that there, Susie.
Just get into the cat and sniff him good, just like that.
Nico said, smell this, sniff this.
You know, that's a very good sign when the cat puts their butt in your face. That means they trust you.
Oh my gosh. My
Just
cat
saying, my
trusts
cat
me
trusts
so
me.
well.
All the time. All the time.
But just for the record, I wasn't sniffing the butt. I was sniffing the tail and his back. Here, I'll sniff his face. There.
Poochie.
There's a video going around, a short or a reel of a guy that's got his cats in a row. Y'all probably seen it. And he kisses them each on the mouth or the lips. And thanks, Susie. If I respond, I get out of here. Skipper's letting us know why he didn't make it. But he kisses them, and he kisses like 1, 2, 3. And as he's getting from the third to the fourth, it turns around and offers its butt to him. That's the end of the video.
That's the end of the video. I was right.
He had an emergency call, Ed.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, he missed his show too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't, because it came up as he was going to go, and then he didn't go.
He has. Do you know he's the one that saw what was causing the fire smell in my reptile room? It was a burnt socket that the fire department came and they didn't even see that. And then I didn't know it till a couple of days ago, and he noticed it on a video. And I called and said, "Would you all like to see this or to have a picture I can send you, like just for training?" And they said, "No, thanks." I thought, "What the hell? No, thanks."
Wow.
Next time y'all need to look at the sockets when it smells like, electrical fire and see if they're burning.
The responders around here aren't very good, or not very. They don't want to be educated. Like,
well, he wanted to look at the fish and the snakes, and he was surprised I had mice. I think I already said that. He said, "Oh, I didn't know you had mice. I can't even smell those." And I'm like, "That's the whole idea. I try to keep it so you don't smell them. There's so many. It's a daily thing." For a dog.
So my granddaughter is allergic to when the cat or dog licks her. Not necessarily the dander. So every time she plays with them, she got to wash everything off because she'll break out from the different areas where the dogs lick her or the cat licks her.
Yeah. I've heard that
it works, Scotty.
I've heard that it's not really the dander. In fact, an allergy, got a lady that was testing me, like all the little sticks for allergies one time, said it's not the dander, it's their saliva.
Yeah,
So
I believe that.
When they lick themselves and then the dander comes off, it's got the saliva in it. The chicken
I thought
before
the dander was the saliva, just dried saliva.
Right. That's what she told me. So I don't know. She's just an allergy person who I don't know if she knew.
When my dad had his second stroke, the stupid EMS guy said, "Oh no, he just woke up. He's fine." And I was like, "No, he's not." And I drove him to the hospital, and the doctors all said, I did the right thing, and they kept Dad for like 5 days.
I remember that.
But I mean, and then I called them back and complained, and he was like, "Oh, well, he still looked like he just woke up to me." And it's like, well, maybe you need to check your stuff.
Oh, my lights are going off.
Like Pam was saying in her stream the other night, I was talking about the electrical thing, and I said "uh-oh" or something, and she said, "You don't want to ever say that if you're an EMT." Uh-oh. I kind of see why. Did you know she used to be an EMT, Ed? Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah.
I remember.
She did.
I did not.
Yeah. Pam
So what was burning in Idaho that smelled really bad? Or was it the driftwood that you were cutting, Dix?
I saw that. I thought it was the wood, the saw.
Oh, the saw was burning. Oh. Yeah, some of the driftwood, man, is so dense. It is so dense.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of wood that was. We need more information. Don't ever say wood in here unless you're ready to
Mapano. What is it?
Funny.
Mapani sounds like Indians from Pawnee.
Yeah.
I like Mapani because you can put it right in the tank and it sinks to the bottom. It's very heavy.
Like lead. Boom.
And you got two different sides look like two different pieces of wood.
Yeah, that's cool, but I don't like how the tannins never stop leaching, it seems
Oh,
like.
I
Yeah.
love the tannins. I
Yeah,
love
it's
a tank
always-
of good tannins.
Always a pH thing, though. Always, my funny is.
And
Never
doesn't that help with overstocking too? If you have lots of tannins.
Well, tannins are supposed to just kind of be like salt, just roughly. I mean, they help comfort the fish and make just being alive a little easier, I think. But so maybe in that way, I don't know, Susie.
Yeah.
You kids think I know everything. My mother used to
That
say.
dragonwood, it puts out lots of tannins too.
The
I have to
other,
constantly do 50% water changes on one tank that I put that in from the Clash last year, and it's been almost a year. I guess it's been 8 months, but it's still nonstop.
I did look up that Pacific wood the other night. Robert was
find it?
talking about it. Yeah, and it is wood that's collected on the Pacific coast. It's some cool looking wood too.
Yeah.
I bought some eucalyptus,
Ooh, nice.
and that is same thing. It leached into turned my water brown in a week, for a year, at least a year. It
Wow.
finally doesn't do it anymore. I was just looking to make sure I knew what I was talking about, but yeah, it looks like it quit finally, but it was terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, see, I like that.
I
I
used
like
to
being able to
boil.
look in and see my fish.
Yeah. You have to do a lot of water changes, but it comes right back. I used to boil wood like that, boil it, but
Well, that's what she said. She said she's boiling it now.
oh, okay.
Yeah, boiling really
helps.
works good. That's what I
usually
normally
throw
do.
it in my
Boil it,
pond
or
and let it seek out there.
I'll put it in a 5-gallon bucket in the summertime, and then just dump the water every other day for like 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Well,
And then
we've
there's
got
like
it.
nothing.
A couple of minutes, I guess. Has anybody got anything in a pond yet? Anything outside? It's a little soon.
Not yet.
I'm going to have one this year. I mean, it's set out there empty for 2 years. It's got water and wood and stuff in it, but
My yard is so overrun by old leaves and twigs and falling down from the storms. I have so much cleanup to do. Holy cow.
Same. Yeah. And they fall in that tub, and I just leave them because it's really good. I mean, there's a bunch of leaves in it and stuff.
Yeah.
I just leave them in there.
I did that with my pond this year over the winter. I let the leaves fall in it, and now it's like a nice light brown.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no mud. It's crystal clear, but it's light brown. I'm like, oh, I kind of like that.
Yep. Lots of things
And the
like
fish like it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the koi. Oh my gosh, yeah, and my turtles.
I have a very small pond, and every year, fish police will probably be after me, but I'd buy like 12, just common feeder guppies,
feeder
or not
goldfish,
guppies, but goldfish, and they die, during the winter, because I would keep it clean. I would always pull all the leaves out and everything, and then 3 years ago, I got lazy and I didn't pull the leaves,
And the fish survived,
and,
right?
and all the fish lived. So yeah, it was like, yeah.
Nice.
I got my goldfish. They've been going on. They go year to year to year. I don't ever bring them in, and they're getting bigger than my koi. They're like this big. Might have to clean up my pond if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Those 100% water changes just got a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Good place to stop, I guess.
Yep.
There's a link in there, I'm sure, for Daniken's Aquatics. And so everybody be sure and go over there and visit them, support them. And thanks everybody in the chat. And thank you, moderators. Thank you, members. You get nothing except to get to pay to be a member. So it is appreciated. And I do donate whatever I get. I actually got a check this month from YouTube. So it goes to the ARC.
Nice.
I always give that to the ARC, always. So thank you. We need it. We need it. And thank you, Floyd, for co-hosting. You didn't say much, but look at him. He's going to sleep. Wake up, Floyd.
Bye, Floyd.
And
Bye, Floyd.
thank you, guys. Thank you, Susie and Ed and Whip. Appreciate you guys. Good night.
Good night.
I should have